Hey, everybody. I want to thank you for joining me with today's or this week's weekly announcements. It's for the last week of April, first day of May. So please just take a minute to listen to these. It should answer some questions you have for upcoming stuff. So, Progress Book. Please check Progress Book. All assignments that are due are posted in Progress Book. So, I try to update those daily, if not every other day. I do update them every day during the week, once a day. So I might check it in the morning and update it, or in the evening, but within a day it is updated. On the weekends, maybe not necessarily. I did update some today on Sunday. The only things that get posted in Progress Book are your weekly quizzes and reflections for now. I'm going to make a little comment for now because in the upcoming weeks I have some announcements, but it's only the weekly quiz and weekly reflections that are posted in Progress Book, which leads to my next topic. Classwork. Still have students emailing me, texting me through Remind, and just trying to ask questions like, how do I turn the classwork in? How do I do that? Classwork is practice. It does not get collected. So I want to make that very clear. It's just to prepare you for the weekly quiz, which goes in Progress Book. So that work is optional, but I have here, there are videos, notes, practice problems, and answer keys provided. That's another reason why it's not due, because you have the answers, right there for you. So there's no point in turning it in if I give you all the answers with all the work. It is to prepare you for the quiz, and it allows you to ask questions during our Zoom meetings if you join us. You might say, hey, show me how to do this one, and then you can hear me explain how I do the problem, and I can walk you through it. So it provides good questions during our Zoom time. Zooms. I want to talk to you guys about this. I'm typically only having 10 to 12 students logging in out of 90 of you. I do want to let you know we do math on there, and that's what I record. But afterwards, I'll stop the recording, and sometimes we just chat, just see how you're doing. Sometimes you show me your dog, or we talk about what you did for fun, or something you're watching, a good show. So it's just a time to chat. You can always, I do recommend keep your video off, but then you can unmute yourself and talk. So if you're afraid you'll be in the recording that I post on the problems, you just don't have to participate during that time. Last Friday, we played a game on GimKit, and we're going to play it again this Friday. It was super fun. It is so much better than Kahoot. As you play, you collect money, and as you get money, you can buy power-ups, and you can buy things to sabotage other players' games, and it's just, it's a lot more fun. So this week, we are going to play again on Friday, and it's going to just be over cartoons. So no math knowledge needed, and you will receive bonus points for playing this week's quiz. And the way I recommend that you do it is that you have two devices. You have a device where you can Zoom with us, so you can interact with students and see the leaderboard, but then you need a separate device to actually play the game. Some kids did, like an iPad and a phone, or a computer and a phone. The phone would be for playing the game. And if you don't have two, you can just play the game. That's fine. But I'll give you instructions on Zoom how to do that. So you need to Zoom with us on Friday at 1 o'clock to play the game. Super fun. Upcoming weeks. So after this week, we're not going to do any more tests and quizzes. That should be exciting for you. We have picked out a couple projects to do between now and the end of the year. Basically, after this week, we have 4 weeks left. 3 weeks will be the 2 projects, and then the final week of school, we're just going to make that a makeup week for anything that you have late, anything that you have missing, gives you time to just kind of get caught up. So I will be talking more about that in next week's announcements, but this will be your last week where you have to do a test or a quiz and a weekly reflection. I might keep the weekly reflections in, but this will be your last week for quizzes. And again, the projects will be super fun. So just want you guys to know those things. And the next page, if you have questions or comments, please email me, or you can send messages through Remind. I'm getting a little bit better about that. I am quicker to respond through email than I am a Remind message, but I can get back with you through either one of those. The last thing says try to avoid making comments or asking questions through Google Classroom. The only reason why I ask that is I get an email every time a comment is made, and then in that email, I cannot respond to you. I have to log back into Google Classroom and make a comment or try to figure out what it is. So it's just a lot easier to send me a message through email or Remind, unless you're making a general comment to the class like, hey, Mr. Rice, there's a typo or there's an issue with the quiz. There's not a correct answer or something like that. But in general, it'd just be better to email me or send me a message through Remind. That is it for this week. Please try to join us with Zoom. It is just fun. It's at 1:00. I try to do it at a time where you're hopefully out of bed and awake and ready to do some stuff. I do miss talking to you guys, and we have about a month left, so it'd just be nice to say hi to you. So that's it for this week. I look forward to making announcements next week and hopefully seeing you through Zoom. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.